Member for North West.
Minister for Water. Minister, you recently joined the Minister for Regional Development and myself in Carnarvon to mark the completion of the Carnarvon levee banks, a project 40 years in the making. Can you please update the House on how Royalties for Regions supported Carnarvon in achieving this goal?
Minister for Water.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Absolutely delighted to update the House in relation to this project. It was a fantastic weekend for the Gascoyne, myself, the Minister for Regional Development, the Member for North West, the Member for Mining and Pastoral, Jackie Boydell, and the community. You could tell when we were up there was hugely appreciative of the efforts that the Member for North West had gone to make sure that this important project was kept on the agenda for government. It was outstanding, and the feedback was for government and for the local member was really quite overwhelming. Members would remember that December 2010 for the Gascoyne was devastating. Carnarvon experienced its highest ever flood in recorded history, and it was 600 days. 600 days it ended. The flood ended without a flow in the Carnarvon River. And I actually went up there in my capacity. I was member for the agricultural region at that stage. I had friends and family in the region and visited, and where there once was beautiful plantations and infrastructure, roads, signs, there was nothing. It was devastating. There was just big gashes where water had driven huge holes into the
Members.
I'll give it a rest.
That's exactly right, member, and this community is incredibly appreciative of the fact that Royalties for Regions existed. In fact, they actually said that without Royalties for Regions, they know full well that they would have been left out in the cold, and the infrastructure up there, this is So the members will know, Mr Speaker, the members will know.
Okay, thank you. Sit down. Member for Bassendean, call you to order for the second time. Now, the Hansard have to pick up your words, Minister, so just address your comments to the Chair.
Yes, Mr Speaker. Members will know that Carnarvon is an incredibly important area for growing food for the state. In fact, it's $90 million worth injection into our economy, $100 million in value. 70% of Perth's winter fruit and veg is supplied out of Carnarvon. So it's incredibly important that we protect that industry. These levies were a collaborative effort. It was the state government through Royalties for Regions and also the Commonwealth government provided $15 million worth of finance. And the levies, there's 4 of them in total. There's 16 kilometres worth of them, and they're between 1 and 5 metres in height. And we did the opening on the levies. It was quite an amazing sight looking out at this infrastructure. I think we actually talked about it being the 8th wonder of the world, and it was a celebration for the community, because I think many of the members that spoke to us talked of the fact that they were going to bed constantly in the aftermath of this, wondering whether they were going to have to clean up their lives again and again without this protection for the town and the vital infrastructure. There was also, from the infrastructure, the engineering point of view, we needed to make sure that there was a balance between allowing the water to flow back into the aquifer and recharge it, because that's a very important part of the process up there, but protecting infrastructure as well. So there was quite a huge engineering effort going into it. And we're not finished, because we need to make sure that beyond this that there will be continuing flow management, inspection and maintenance, and a flood assessment after we have the next flow. Like I said, it was a collaborative effort, and I would like to just place on record the work of Mr Rick Bretnell from the Department of Water. He has been with the department for many, many years. The community thinks very highly of him, and his effort and input and experience made this project come to fruition. It was a complex project, and so I would like to very much put on record the Department of Water's input into this, and Rick in particular. Also worth mentioning Main Roads and MACA Civil, because they delivered the project, and there was some outstanding feedback from the community in relation to the delivery of the project in that nature. It was a pleasure to be a part of the celebrations up there, Mr Speaker. It was a pleasure to be out. Oh, sorry, I'm going to repeat that. It was an absolute pleasure to be out there. It's an important part of the state's economy. We've protected $90 to $100 million worth of the state's economy with these levy banks, and Royalties for Regions played a huge part in that. Well done to the local member and the Minister for Regional.